I'm here at Camp Sovereignty, which is a sacred space for the First Nations people here. I am here because they've invited me for a farewell. Tomorrow I fly out to join the Flotilla to Gaza. We are aiming to uphold the Palestinian people's right to justice, self-determination, dignity and freedom of movement. Israel put an illegal siege on the Palestinian people, and it has been in place for over a decade. And right now they have closed the borders again, and so we are going to be attempting to deliver humanitarian aid. This is the largest flotilla to ever sail to break Israel's illegal siege, and when governments fail, we sail.
Not tuwong narakitungan Nepa wangan nojong not tuwong narakitungan Nepa wangan nojong merangan Nepa wangan nojong Unurang waranteri Nepa wangan nojong not tuwong
Nyata everyone, welcome to Camp Sovereignty and back to the sacred fire of 38 nations. We're here today on a beautiful celebration of my child's 8th birthday, but also a very, very important celebration and solidarity action to stand with our beautiful sister Violet, who is travelling on the global flotilla to Gaza. She flies out tomorrow. Today is a really sacred day in honouring the work that the global flotilla family are doing, and the fact that this is the largest flotilla so far, and we hope will have to be the last. We would like to share with everybody that Camp Sovereignty and the Sacred Fire, myself as a firekeeper and lawwoman of the Southern Law of the Land, Sky and Sea, the oldest living continuum of law and culture on our planet, that we stand in deep and true solidarity with our global family, and we condemn America and Israel for their attacks on Gaza and Lebanon and all of the bombings, the strikes that have taken place on Iranian school children, young girls, infrastructure and erasure of a people that is clearly a genocide expanding into a global World War III movement, and we condemn it here by the Sacred Fire. And we would like everyone to know that these injustices have no power, no jurisdiction, no right at all to an ecocide connected to a cultural genocide that's expanding across the world. And for us as First Peoples of so-called Australia, this genocide has never stopped for us. And today we acknowledge the frontier wars, we acknowledge all of the fallen who have fought and died for our country, and we stand in deep solidarity with all of the children of the world, the future of the world, and the strength in unity. And united we stand, and united we stand strong and undefeated. War cannot conquer us. They can shoot their bullets and their bombs, but at the end of the day, we are the people of the sun. We are the children of the sun, and they have no power over us. And Israel is not welcome on sacred First Nations country, and neither are the American war machines. And we demand an end to the genocide now, and we send a really powerful protection and solidarity with our comrades over the saltwater. We're all saltwater people from somewhere. And we send that, and we know that this is genuine, and we know that this is powerful. Now you keep your eyes open, follow, donate, support the global flotilla, and you keep your eyes open what happens when the oldest law of the planet backs the right way, the proper way. And what that is unconditional love. Love is a shield. Thank you. Sis is going to be taken with her, and that's our women's business. That's all we need to share about that. But that's part of the law, and through the fire and ash, and what we have already built together, and how we're connected. We're going to send her off with the law of the land, sky and sea behind her, and with her, and around her. These little gum nuts, they represent the seeds of creation, healing, truth, and the foundations of the grandmother law that I'm connected to and that we uphold and carries, and for our families to be honoured, our ancestral families, and that includes the elementals and the trees and all of the natural world, the bayalang, the bats that you see flying around here tonight. They're all with us. There's no one that's not welcome that's here tonight, and the ancestors are with us as well. And out the bad energy and the wrong way, and we bring in the good energy and the proper way. And that proper way is what the Gunditj Mara and our sea country ancestors call Kurundi. Kurundi is to know how to behave. And obviously there's not a lot of people in America and Israel that know how to behave. So we've got to teach them. And we've got to show them the real power. And the real power is in that united, unconditional love. So we're bringing that in. We're bringing the connection through our song. Then I'm going to call Violet into the circle and put that protection around her. And so thank you all for coming and showing your support. Yalame narakito nga bunjo yakra. Bye.
Nuts to Wirkan Kere Tan Malito Tan Ang nutunas Manang nutunas Manang nutunas Nustawon Manang nutunas Lirpen nustawon Manang nutunas Manang nutunas Ba mare manang nutunas Yamate tiakanet Yamate tiakanet Porque merengan Porque menangan Yang kerat Yamate tiakanet Ware Yang kerap bermea Manang nutunat Manang nutunat Mari pa manang nutunat Mari pa Mari pa Mari pa manang nutunat Manang nutunat Yang kerapan mia Yang kerapan mia Hinta pungol Hinta pungol Hinta pungol Hinta pungol Tanya. ceremony done the spirit way. Then we'll ask everybody that's present here to grab some dumplings just over here if you feel like you want to. Come and put some on the fire. Yeah, get some medicine smoke. And we'll be here to help guide you through, but just take a minute to let that sit with everybody.
I've been arrested as Gina Reinhardt, but I didn't think I'd be sharing a stage with her. That's a funny old thing, isn't it? Just a funny old thing. I'd like to start by acknowledging where we are, which is on the Wurundjeri country of the Kulin Nation on the border of Boonwurrung, and just thank Yaren and Zach and Beck and all of the people at Camp Sovereignty for hosting this. I'm so touched and moved by that ceremony, and I feel so strong. I know there's a big journey ahead. We have watched for the last few years the atrocities happening in Palestine, and now we watch them happening in Lebanon and Iran, and I'm just so honoured to be sailing with people who are prepared to say that that it's just, they're just putting everything on the line to say that it's more important to do something than nothing at all, and or I know we do so much. Sorry, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'd like to thank Brad. When we talk about courage, courage comes from a place of safety, and I couldn't feel more safe and more loved than I do by my beautiful husband. So thank you so much. I can't see you in the dark, but I'm so grateful. And yeah, I mean, when I think about courage, I think about the Palestinian children who have to walk to school each day with their names lovingly written by their parents on each limb. Dead children. Ordinary people will rise up in acts of civil resistance and stop Israel from their genocidal path and break this illegal siege. The siege was implemented in the 2000s, early 2000s, when Hamas was elected to government as punishment for that. And yeah, since then they have not had freedom of movement or self-determination or dignity on their own land. And yeah, we say that that is a failure of humanity, that it has gone on so long. It's a failure of our governments, and when governments fail, we sail. So I'm joining 15 other Australian passport holders and over 1,000 other people from around the world who are going to sail through the Mediterranean, through a war zone with humanitarian aid. And when we do this, we know that we're going to draw the attention of Israel. We know that the government officials are going to have to spend time deciding what to do, and that is time that they're not spending killing Palestinians or bombing people in Lebanon or Iran. And when we see those drones over the head of the flotilla, we'll know that those drones are not over the heads of Palestinians. And if the IDF or IOF do intercept our boats, we know that those are soldiers that are not in Palestine killing Palestinians. And so it's what we call a dilemma action. Either we make it or we disrupt them. And I'm really, really honoured that you've all come today to share in that story, to say that we're not going to give up on Palestine and we're not going to turn away. And I know we're all struggling with the fuel prices, but we're so lucky to be only paying with the fuel prices. Most people in Swana are playing with their lives and with their families' lives, and so we've got to keep paying attention. And I know all of you are the kind of people that do that, and so I'm so honoured to share this night with you. And we're going to use this flotilla mission to keep eyes on Palestine. And so thank you for joining me in that mission, and thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you.